Alright, hi, welcome to the demo of the Crimson Maid. So in this game you play as Marius, who is a priest in training, and after so many years of being estranged from his family, you basically have to return home after his father falls ill. I don't know why I'm switching between you and him. Same difference. But along the way, you find that there's actually a new maid working at your family's estate. And you can either give in or just resist her charms. But yeah, so this is, okay, I'm making it sound really sus, but this is actually a murder mystery mixed with a romance in a period drama. So yeah, it's far less sus than I'm making it sound. I don't know why it's the selling point of the game. But anyways, yeah, without further ado, grab a cup of coffee and let's get going with the demo of the Crimson Maid. Warning, the game features flickering lights and other visual effects that may cause discomfort to some players. I'm sure. Oh, press A button to continue. I can read. Oh. Alright. Okay. Okay, but I don't think it's much of a choice to resist her charms if the opening sequence is literally this. Alright, I'll adjust the volumes and all that stuff. Give me a second. Turns out there's a censor nudity function in the game, which I'm concerned about. I'm very much so concerned about that. I will turn this on because I don't know what sort of nudity is in the game. I don't know how explicit it's gonna get or what's the general gist behind it, so I'm just gonna turn it on. And so yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into it. This game contains occasional nudity. Would you prefer to censor it? Sure, you know what? If I can't swear, then y'all can't look at nude people, okay? Even though, okay, I'm not gonna say it because that's sus. Drive home. For our fathers who are no longer upon this earth. Frog. That's a toad. That's a couple, as we say in French.
Estranged for a couple of years, a young man rushes back to his childhood home. Dismayed by the news of his father losing his sight and inching closer to his demise, Marius, a priest in training, suspends his long studies at the seminary to be close in his final days to the man who taught him dignity and stalwartness. Under the gloom of impending death, the oldest son of Honorable Leon Rosenthal can't conceive the encouraging events that his arrival will unfold. Equally exhilarating and petrifying.
That was the fastest title sequence. Act 3. Oh my god, it just jumps. But I assume that they're doing that just to get us into the bulk of the game. A lot of demos do that, so yeah. In the previous chapters, Marius arrived home to face his not too welcoming family. After a reunion, he had an embarrassing encounter at the lake with the new maid, Irina.
It took him a while to collect himself after the heart-pounding meeting he had with the young maid, but in the end, Marius returned to the mansion. He readied himself for an evening likely fraught with tension. It yet he seemed excited to spend time with his family once more. Or was the eagerness he felt caused by someone else entirely?
I'm not too familiar with like priesthood and stuff like that, but I don't know if that's allowed. I get the impulse to run away again, if only for a flash. But I won't. I need to be with my family, no matter how difficult things get. Just a moment to recompose myself. Oh, okay. It's impressive, but I always dreaded walking past it as a child. I don't like dead things, no matter how well preserved they may be. Oh, it's taxidermy. That's not even like, oh, now why would you do that? Even in my earliest memories of her, Mother was a sober? I don't know how to English. Woman. Tick tock, tick tock. Time flies away. One moment we're cheerful children. In the next, we're preparing to bury our parents. We should appreciate the peaceful times more, especially when we're fortunate enough to live them. Very true, very true. Wise words, Marius. Wise words. Okay. I shall let Father rest for now. I'll spend more time with him at dinner and after. Oh, if he's still alive. Esteemed Miss Rosenthal, I haven't heard from you regarding your husband's condition over the past week. I trust I left him stable if he deemed another house call necessary. Nevertheless, please inform me of any change, be it a loss of appetite, worsening memory loss, increase in his episodes of confusion. Anything else noteworthy? Always make time for your family, as you well know. Please don't hesitate to call, however minor the incident. If I don't hear from you before then, I shall come to check on Leon next Thursday. Yours truly, Dr. Philemon Iminovici. P.S. I express my gratitude once again for allowing me to use your guest room during my visits. I have left sensitive documents and medication there, so I'd appreciate it if you could keep the room locked. While I trust you and Remus completely, you do employ a maid. It wouldn't surprise me if she were to poke around. You know how inconsiderate young people can be these days. P.P.S. Please give my regards to Remus. I look forward to chatting with him when I come over, unless we happen to run into each other in town. Okay then. Who would I call? I haven't made any close friends at the seminary. No friends? Oh, okay. Now that I've had a moment to gather myself after meeting Irina, I should spend some more time with my family. Perhaps I'll have a look around and see what's changed in the mansion since I've been away. Our first dinner together in ages is bound to be tense. I may as well try to appease everyone beforehand. Smart. The drive home. It's been more than 2 years since I left home to study at the seminary. I haven't left on the best of terms, so I haven't kept in touch with my parents or Remus, my brother. When a letter from Mother arrived after all this time, I was rejoiced. In my heart, I hoped after all this time. Wait, what? Sorry, I mixed up my lines. I'm stupid. I glanced away for 1 second and I mixed up my lines. My bad. In my heart, I hoped a longing after her eldest son won over her disapproval of my decision. Alas, I was wrong. Father's ill. She informed me briefly he started losing his senses more than a year ago, his situation worsening with time, and now his sight has faded too. His doctor told Mother to prepare for the worst, so she commanded me home. Be by his side, it's the least I could do, she wrote. She isn't wrong. He is the only one who understood, who supported me, who said goodbye when I left. I've made preparations. I've paused everything, and the morning I'm driving home. It'll be a strange and sour reunion, but I have to be there for my father. How terrible to think that such a bright and noble man is nearing his end. What will we do without our pillar? It do be like that sometimes. Is that the dining table? Mother. Mother was always a graceful woman, but never more so than when she played the piano. Father would often ask her to play for him. Will he soothe my mind again, my love? She would stop whatever she was doing and play a mesmerizing tune, while Father sat next to her, tears in his eyes. Ah. Grandpa was a kind man, despite what his military demeanor suggested. Does demeanor not have a U in certain spellings? He was certain we would continue our family's military tradition. Perhaps it's for the best he's not around to see his grandchildren have no such intentions. Well, so from what I know, I believe a couple of these images are actually, well, most of them are actually AI generated, and then they actually just tune it up by hand, which, what the heck? What is that? What am I interacting with? What the? Oh, guys, I found a rather interesting interaction key. Father had the utmost respect and deep love for Grandpa. He always told us how he would have been lost without his counsel in the darkest moments of his life. He never gave us details, but I suspect it had to do with helping Father recover after return from the war. PTSD, or back then it was called shell-shocked. What the? Okay. There was plenty of music and laughter in our house. When Father returned from the factory, he'd often dance around with us. Mother would scold him, but she always ended up in his arms, a big smile on her face. I remember the family dinner when I finally told them I was leaving for the seminary. They all looked so disappointed in me. Why? We don't talk much about Uncle Albert. He supposedly committed war crimes and was disowned by Grandpa. Only Father stood by his side, saying a man shouldn't be defined by his darkest hour. Not sure I agree, but then again, I haven't lived through the kind of horrors stated. I don't know. Would I forgive someone who committed war crimes? Probably not. One can tell we come from two military lineages. Weapons, trophies, and portraits of war heroes decorate our walls. He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn walls. Sorry. Our grandfather on Mom's side, a stern man. I suppose Mother inherited that from him, along with his toughness. He and Grandpa were good friends, and naturally, their children married each other. Well, at least they liked each other. The mother and father, at least. Because, yeah, I mean, it could have been an arranged marriage and all that stuff. Good evening, Mother. You took your time sending that girl back. I had some trouble finding her. Oh, and where was she? Under a rock somewhere? No, Mother, I'm sorry. What are you sorry for, my child? Child. It's not your fault the girl forgot her place just as you returned home. I already gave her a piece of my mind. Come now, Mother, it wasn't like that. We just spent some time introducing ourselves. I'm watching you, boy. I don't know what disgraceful habits you picked up all the way, but this is a respectable house. You do best to stay in line. Of course, Mother. How come you hired Arena? But he's a priest in training. Surely he can't be that bad. I need help. She happened to come along at the right time, and that's all there is to it. She seems young. Does she have any experience? Who recommended her? Well, aren't you talking? Oh, sorry. There's a spider. Okay, hold up. Oh boy. All right. Spider handled. Well, aren't you taking a bit of an interest in her? All you need to know is that she's done a good job so far. Never stepped out of line. Well, not until tonight. You're already a bad influence on her, aren't you? But who introduced her to you? Deflecting my questions, that only makes me more suspicious of your intentions. He's a priest, he's gonna be fine. Yeah, mostly. I don't know what period this takes place in, actually, but they have cars. I'm not a car person, so I wouldn't know what year that car comes from, but like, surely she would be well aware of, like, the fact that they wouldn't necessarily be, like, I don't know, vulgar at, like, training, you know? Please, Mother, stop this. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you and ease this tension between us. Oh, fine, it was one of my friends who sent her here. Who even remembers? Perhaps Lady Dimitrescu. Oh, okay. Lady D, Resident Evil Village. Or was it Lady Carmilla? Honestly, it matters little. The point is, the girl is more than adequate for the job. What's the red thing? Oh, well, I'm not asking this. I'm gonna get rinsed. I'm gonna get absolutely rinsed for asking that. What the? They even prepared this coffin. I appreciate their caution, but it feels so sinister. Yeah. The wooden cross to be placed on his tomb. It must stay there for at least a year before we can replace it with one made of granite, stone, or marble. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. They're like, alright. Especially in your house, too. These are funeral towels. Candles to light at Father's hand as he passes away. Jesus, they really want him to go. They're like, man, this man's cooked. Blah, 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 blah. I find all these preparations for Father's supposedly imminent death rather unsettling. Honestly, same. Normal family behavior, I suppose. Oh, I don't need anything from a pantry. You don't know that. This leads to the backyard. I'd rather stay inside in this weather. Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy? I haven't had Mother's pie in a while, but Irina must have made this one. I'm sure it'll be tasty, but nothing compares to Mother's pumpkin pie. This smells delicious. Even if it didn't, I'm so hungry after today that I'd eat anything. Good evening, Irina. Oh, hello, Marius. What are you cooking? It smells delicious. Rabbit. I don't like the smell of cooked meat, but if you like to eat dead animals, I imagine it must be a treat. I'm off to a good start again, I see. Did I get you in trouble with Mother? A bit. I'm sorry, it wasn't my intention. I shouldn't have kept you. No, you shouldn't have. But do you regret doing it? Well, if it meant getting you scolded. But we also got to know each other a bit. Yes, I'm glad we did. I'd like us to be friendly, but I think I'm mostly stepping on your toes one way or another. You're not. You bring a bit of excitement in otherwise dull life. So, friends. Oh dear. We'll start as friends, sure. We'll start. Careful what you say. You don't want us to end up enemies. Banish the thought. Talk to Mother, greet Remus, find the transfusion kit, how do I open my task? Oh, Q. I remember the night sky, the stars. I recall looking down at the lake, a wish cast into the abyss. So many things about back home are blurry now. I'm barely a shadow of who I once was. I'm not even certain anymore if it was all real or just a fabrication. Was that truly my home? They really put me through that much pain after you swore you'd always protect me. When I woke up in that dark, cold place, I was so frightened. I ran and ran until I had clarity. The excruciating pain gave me purpose. I would be free again, no matter what. I would cut all ties to those who've wronged me, and when everything that kept me bound to the past was gone, I would finally understand who I could be. I can still be someone, can't I? There must be some place for me, some purpose. If I can't go back, then I must only look forward from now on. Who are you? Hey, Irina, who wrote this letter? It's, a very passionate letter from, someone that didn't sign anything. I didn't have a chance to drink any coffee today. Though, considering the late hour, it'd be unwise to have some now. Nah. I drink some at like 8 p.m., dude. You're gonna do fine. There's no corridors here. I'd sort of expect them to have corridors, but I guess it's just a long house. Alright, that's fine. Well then, I don't need to use the toilet. Well, you don't want to have a filled bladder when you see the death. I used to spend a lot of time in this lobby with Remus. I remember Father getting upset with us for distracting him from his work. Now the childhood giggles are behind us and Father will likely never set foot in the study again. Well, that's slightly depressing. I mean, I am reaching that age as well. Which is also depressing for me, so yeah, I'm just not going to talk about it. The mischievous Rosenthal brothers. Always playing together, we had a good childhood. Oh, that's just lightning. Or thunder, rather. Ah! Can I just... Wait. Oh, I can just place it wherever. Wonderful. Okay, so it's not one of those slidey puzzles, which I guess makes sense because there's no MC square for us to slide things around. Okay. So I assume there is inherently some sort of... Okay, no, you should be at the top. If I'm not wrong. Sorry, I just need to get this out of the way. Voila. No, not you. You're not supposed to be here. Nope. Where did your beak go? Oh, there's your beak. Oh, there we go. Oh, lovely. Oh. Here? No. What am I missing? Oh, this. Cool. Memento found. I completed it. Okay, well, I guess they didn't want to give me extra lore. Unbelievable. Mom was such a beautiful bride. Young too, she was only 19, while father was in his 30s. Oh. I guess age gaps back then were normal. Not that I'm... well, yeah... Well, back then it was normal. But I mean, nowadays it's only like celebrities doing it. Yeah. Looking at you, Tobey Maguire. Remus, how many more times must I remind you to keep the noise down when Dr. Philemon stays over? I do appreciate that you're on friendly terms, but the commotion is keeping me up half the night. Just because I have the good grace not to come in and spoil your cheerful mood doesn't mean I'll tolerate this indefinitely. I simply don't see why you must insist on staying cooped up in your room when you could just as easily chat in the greenhouse without bothering us. It's good to hear you laugh, child, but honestly, try to be considerate of others. Your father and I do need a rest. I have no business in father's study. I don't want anyone to think I'm snooping about. Yeah, go snoop around, yeah. This is a mystery game. Oh, this wasn't here before. Mother and her fascination with horses. I don't know, maybe she just likes horsing around. What is that? What are you? What are you? Because Remus as Remus as a name, I believe, does come from either Remus and Romulus, right? who is the two brothers, the two twins, who made who founded Rome eventually, I believe. Unless I'm mixing up my names, but I think that should generally be it. But this particular painting in general is the destruction of the children of Niobe. I don't know what it is. But it's basically just you can basically kind of see it here. It's just the gods and stuff like that sort of destroying and punishing the mortals over there for defying the divine and all of that stuff. So pretty normal stuff about humans, So yeah, I don't know what that's about over there in particular, so yeah. This used to be my room. Why does Mother keep it locked? Sus. Home sweet home. I wonder if I could get used to living here again. Nope. At least I wasn't completely forgotten. I'd wager Mother would prefer that I remain a child. Good little Marius, always doing what he was told. Oh, well, that's a rather overbearing mother. Okay, that's just like tapestry. That's locked. Since when did we lock so many doors in this house? You alright there, buddy? For an estate that employs a maid, there certainly seems to be an abundance of forgotten coffee cups. Best not to mention that to her, if I wish to stay in her good graces. What the? Marius and Remus Rosenthal. Of course, you got the fancy name. Father's craftsmanship. Ooh, he does stained glass. Nice. The reason why the Rosenthal name is so renowned. Ah, the wayward son. I nearly forgot you were back home. You're in a good mood, I see. Not as good as Mother's. Oh, she's over the moon that her favorite son has returned. What are you talking about? She barely said a kind word to me. Oh, our Mother quotes an iceberg on the surface, but I can read behind her front. She's ecstatic. Why do you seem so mad at me? Would you have preferred if I didn't return? I couldn't care less either way. As long as you don't interfere in my business, you can do whatever you want. What do you think of Irina? Why would I think anything of her? She's just a help. She's still a person, Yes, Father, preach your holy words to me, and absolve me of my sins while you're at it. Why must you be so bitter? Why must you be so righteous? Only wanted to make some small talk with you. Fascinating subject, our servants. What's next? How many eggs do our chickens lay each week? You're impossible. Oh, I see it now. Did our Prius get a little crush? You sure know how to pick them. A maid would fit right into our family. I don't have a crush. Not that her being a maid would matter either way. God, what a jerk. Okay, but what about the kit? Find a vial of anticoagulant. For an estate, this is kind of small. This is kind of a small estate. I mean, it's fancy, but it's quite small, actually. Like, there's the backyard and stuff, but you expect the main sort of building to be a bit larger. Alright, Mother. Transfusion kit. I still have no idea what the hell this is. Yes, he felt a bit under the weather. He seemed to be doing well enough when I arrived today. It was one of his better moments of late, likely from the excitement of seeing you again. But he is resting now. Will he not join us for dinner? Perhaps he will. Go check with Irina if she's almost ready. Then help your father in the dining room if he can muster the energy to join us. Fine. My dear boy, if you're so curious about the girl, I think it's best you discuss it with her. Lord knows she might even enjoy the attention. Now, off you go, and remember to behave properly. Alright. Sure. You've been staring that rabbit stew, for a long time. Ah, some warm milk. Nice. Almost. I should go help Father to the dining room then. You could. Or you could spend another minute with me. But only if you think I'm good company. Do you like working here? Your family is good to me. I have everything a maid could want and more. It's just... Yes? I get very lonely. After I finish my chores, what is there to do here? Read a book and daydream. I love your mother, but she isn't exactly a conversationalist. Your father doesn't want me anywhere near him, even though I haven't slighted him in any way. And for Master Remus, he doesn't see me as a peer. Why don't you just ever leave? You never have any time off? And where would I, an unaccompanied woman, go? Jesus, I can't English. Someone help me. Someone free me from my curse. I don't know, to the park in town, maybe? Not alone, no. Maybe it'll take me there sometime. Of course, if you like that. I think I would. I think I would like that a lot. So don't leave me waiting for too long. They met each other like a couple of hours ago, no? I was shining bright. I was a star. Truly. Wouldn't that make for a captivating story? I was just one of many, nothing remarkable about me. But life twisted and turned and brought me here. Don't you miss the place where you come from? Or the people? What would be the point? It's near impossible to return, so why bother? Your family in this place is all I know now. That's quite sad. Well, here's your chance to make a sad and unattached girl smile. Will you take it? I can try, of course, if you tell me how. That's not how it works. You have to figure it out on your own. All I can tell you is that it wouldn't be much of a challenge for you to brighten my day. So hurry up and come up with ideas. I'll do my best. Jesus, okay, jeez, I think the stew is gonna burn. Then I got help my father. Oh my, who can remember that? The universe was so young. Oh, come on, you're barely in your 20s. It wasn't that long ago. I suppose not. Well, you must know I was a lot cuter. Even more than me. My guy. Good answer. I may not be as cute now, but I think I developed some other qualities that can make a person in training stop in his tracks. Wouldn't you agree? I think, I'm sure that you are lovely and their qualities haven't faded. On the contrary, you sound like you might find me... What's that mother calling me? No, it wasn't. No, I'm quite sure I've heard her. You coward. Yeah, I'm not. You are too. But don't worry, I'll wait for you to finish that thought yourself when you're ready. Not much temptation needed for this priest. It appears I cannot get a grip on myself around Irina. I'm inquisitive, and dare I say even a bit flirtatious. This is so unlike me. Ever since I first laid eyes on her, I felt an urge to find out everything about her. I think you might need a restraining order. Is it inconsiderate of me if I sit here for a minute? I think it's just odd to watch someone cook. Father? Father, are you alright? This man is literally bleeding. Are you... The night I called... Why? I don't understand. What are you trying to say? I dear. My pain. I saw red. Father, please, you're not making any sense. Why did you want... Oh, wait. Why did you want to? You know I couldn't. Stay here, Father. I'll get help. Try not to move too much. What could have happened? I just found him bleeding on the floor. He's conscious but rambling incoherently. It's clear I won't get any sense out of him. I better assess the situation quickly and then focus on helping him. What? Wait, hold. He's bleeding on the floor and you want to look around first? What the... Oh my god, man. Jesus. Sure, you know what? Let him bleed out. Dear colleague, we were deeply saddened to learn some time ago that you're no longer in good health. The news came as quite a shock to all of us here in the Artisans League. You have always been one of the most spirited among us, constantly planning your next big project. On behalf of all the members of the League, I wish you a swift and full recovery. We are certain that you will be back with us in no time, ready to astonish us once again with one of your new creations. Take care, dear friend, and know that you are greatly missed. Yours truly, Lord Palladie. Okay. A croissant. A cappuccino. I'm sorry, Father, I'll be stepping over you for a minute. Who could have done this? It's locked. Perhaps Father keeps something valuable inside. The best thing about a stuffed owl is that, unlike its live counterpart, it doesn't turn its head to follow you around. I'd rather not have a taxidermied animal. I remember this clock, yet for some reason, it is oddly familiar. Is it now? Father in his youth was his hunting companion, Milton. Father named all our dogs Milton, for reasons known only to himself. Milton? It's pretty cute, though. If only it wasn't AI generated, but... I believe I remember now, but how could it be possible? Then again, our history is rife with such inexplicable occurrences. I've always known I was long overdue to pay for my despicable actions, but why torment only my mind? No, this is merely the beginning. The worst is yet to come. I must tell them before I forget again. A moment of clarity. Why are there so many books and notes? I thought this vision was failing him. Did he briefly recover his eyesight? There's a lot of blood. Oh, Father, what could have happened here? The wound looks rather deep. Unfortunately, the bleeding seems to have stopped. Yeah, you are very nonchalant about finding your father having his head sort of bashed. You know, like, I feel like this is just a tad bit of an underreaction. Not gonna lie. But what do I know? Maybe your relationship hasn't been as stable as you've led us to believe. Maybe it's his brother that did all this. What was his name? Lord Albert? Mother, it appears Father has gone injured. Mother, something happened to Father. He's hurt. What do you mean he's hurt? What happened? He hit his head. I don't know, maybe it fell. Or maybe someone clobbered him. Don't be ridiculous, child. Who would hurt Leon? He must have fallen again. Lord knows how many times I've found him on the floor myself. Come, let's patch him up and he'll be fine in no time. You don't seem too troubled. Listen, Marius, I understand that this is all new to you. But we've been dealing with these sorts of things plenty in the past months. Now come, help me with your father. I mean, he's still alive. For now. There, see, he's perfectly fine now. Let's let him rest. Shall we call the doctor? At least, to have a look at him, better to be safe. I will not bother Dr. Filman for a trifle, sorry. It's just a little cut. I don't know, Mother. It doesn't seem wise to me. It's good that you're not the one in charge, then. Now, I've said my final word on the matter. I'll pray for Father's health tonight. Certainly, that will fix him right up. Mother, please, you can't say such things. God is always watching. I know you're not much of a churchgoer, but if you would have lived as long as me and went through all the things I went through, you wouldn't waste your breath either, child. God will help those who ask you with belief in their heart. Well, there's no point in me asking that, is there? I'll leave the praying to you. Well, she kind of clocked you there. But it is very suspicious. I think her behavior is definitely suspicious. Especially when the letter literally says, like, yeah, don't, like, however minor the incident, like, call me. You know, like, deliberately. I have no one to call. Like, that's sus. That's so sus. Marius, is everything alright? My father's hurt. Oh no, what happened? I don't know, I just found him on the floor with a wound on his head. Goodness, that sounds terrible. Is he fine now? Did you help him? Yes, Mother and I helped him to bed and patched his wound. Good, you did well, Marius. I'm sure it must have been quite a scare for you. You have no idea. I've never seen my father like this. Did you hear or see anything? I'm not sure if it's my place. What on earth do you mean? Irina, please, tell me if you know anything. Listen, I don't know much. I just heard some commotion, shouting, maybe coming from your father's room. Shouting? From who? I don't know, I didn't pay much attention to it. Your families aren't strangers to fighting and bickering. What do I know? It's not my place to interfere. Irina, I'm sorry you have to witness such things. Oh, it's fine, thank you. Should we call Dr. Philemon? I wouldn't dare to say someone wanted to cause him harm, but look, Marius, I don't want to get any more mixed up in this. I'm just a servant. If your mother, or God forbid your brother here I've been running my mouth, I'll be cast out. And I really don't want to leave, especially not now. Don't worry, nobody will send you off. I won't let them. You mean that? I do. Thank you for telling me. But you don't really have any power, Marius, at this point. Have I not made even more of a mess? No, I promise you didn't. What are you talking about? Your mother hasn't already called him? No, she said there was no need to. But that doesn't make any sense. Your father's hurt. That's what he said. What is happening with your mother tonight? I can't believe she would be so what, flippant? Nonchalant? Cold? Cruel? I'm sorry, I know it's your mother and my employer, but that's just irresponsible. I think so too. Then let's do something. Just say the word and I'll call Dr. Philemon myself. Mother would be furious. It's your decision, but it would be the responsible thing to do. And I know you haven't stood by when someone you love was hurt. You're right. Let's call him. Alright, let's call him in. Shh, Mother. You won't hear this. Good evening, Doctor. I'm calling you on behalf of Marius Rosenthal. That's right, Master Leon's eldest son. The reason we're calling is because Master Leon had an accident this evening. We think it would be best if you could come check on him. He has a head injury and lost a good amount of blood. Yes, he is stable for now. Thank you, Doctor. We're grateful. We'll be waiting for your arrival. Oh, so any zoom in on a clock just means a passage of time, I guess. A flash forward. You don't have like a coat or something? I mean, I guess that's like kind of modern day doctor imagery, but like, you know, a coat would be good. Good evening. Good evening, Doctor. I'm Marius, the eldest son. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I wish it was under better circumstances. Now, is the patient in his bed? He is resting, Doctor. I patched his wound. It was nothing serious. I wish my son would have bothered you for no reason, but I'm afraid he got carried away despite his mother's words. Leon's health is of the utmost importance to me, Lady Rosenthal. In fact, I'm quite surprised you haven't called yourself. This isn't like you, dare I say. Heavens, whatever do you mean, Doctor? It was just a little wound, hardly anything to cause a fuss about. Any injury to the head can have drastic consequences, my lady. I don't want to interfere, but Father was doing fine this morning, and now he's talking gibberish. Well, it's clear you both know better. I didn't plan on getting reprimanded this evening, so if you'll excuse me, I'll leave you two to check on my husband. Please take your regular room and stay the night after you're done, Doctor. I insist. Jeez. I mean, honestly, for any classic mother behavior, I'm not gonna lie. Because oh man, I have to say this. Look, I appreciate my mother, but sometimes she steps out of line. So we were having like a conversation with my therapist, that was done with my consent, right? A therapist should never step out of line, should never discuss things unless she has her, or they have their patient's consent, which in this case was me. But while she was discussing things with my mother, my mom just laughed at one of her suggestions regarding me, right? She just went, well, not that cartoonish, but you get the point. And then my therapist afterwards was like, I see what you're going through now. She was like, wow, I've never felt so mocked in my life. Like, I got like a PhD. Well, she didn't say that. She didn't say this part, but like, she has a PhD and all that stuff. And then, the sound advice was laughed at, which is quite concerning. So that's my mother. How's my father, Doctor? He's stable for now. I'm worried about him not making sense, but it wouldn't be the first time. There was blood from his wound on the carpet. Was he bleeding heavily when you found him? It didn't seem so. When Mother patched him up, it seemed like the bleeding had already stopped. Regardless, I think it's best if we don't take any chances. I'd rather we do a transfusion. You have the stomach for it, don't you? You look in good health. Certainly. Wherever you think is necessary, Doctor. Okay. Of course, what do you want to know? Well, I don't know much, really. Only what Mother... Wait, no. I did not read that first sentence properly. Only what Mother and Remus have told me, but we didn't have a chance to get into much detail. It began with episodes of confusion, as I'm sure your mother already told you. He had trouble recognizing people. I started seeing your father about 8 months ago. At first, I thought it all might be because of his age. You know, old people get old. But his symptoms are complex and, dare I say, inexplicable. There's no literature on such ailments. Is he getting poisoned? He might be getting poisoned now, is he? Lady Rosenthal describes him as a fit and vigorous man nearly a year ago. His mind was bright with no signs of deterioration. And look at him now. Old age didn't take such a toll in barely a year. At this rate, he won't be long for this world. Is there nothing that can be done? No treatment? I tried, of course. Nothing worked. Medicine, ointments, changing his diet. No one has a clue what else to try. So, what do? Just wait for him to pass on? I'm afraid there's little we can do, bar from some miraculous medical breakthrough. We must be cautious so he doesn't hurt himself again and rush his demise. Try to keep his spirits high, don't leave anything you wanted to tell him unspoken. Make peace with the unavoidable. Have you practiced for long? What a polite way to inquire about my experience. I studied at the Royal Academy of Medicine, then I served as a physician on the front lines during the war. When peace was brokered, I was offered a position at the Cucino Health Institute, where I practiced for 8 years. There I started working as a private family doctor 3 years ago. You do the maths and tell me if my qualifications are satisfactory. They are, and I apologize, I didn't mean to be rude. That's quite alright, young man. I'm glad Leon now has 2 sons to keep a responsible eye on them. A year ago, so he started deteriorating a year ago. What a curious question. I suppose you're right. Well, yes, of course I know her. I was bound to bump into her every once in a while during my visits. Why do you ask? No reason, now that I think about it. Young man, do you often feel the need to bring someone up for no reason at all? Are you also starting to experience your father's symptoms? Jesus, man. No, I assure you I'm quite well. It must be for some other reason then. What could it be? What could make a man think about a young and, dare I say, not too hard on an eyes damsel in the most inappropriate of moments, just as his father lies hurt in bed? I guess we'll never know. How sly of you. It's my duty, I just wish I could do more for Leon. Regardless, both my mother and Remus speak highly of you. Even Lady Rosenthal. How curious, she always seems ready to bite my ear off. But alas, it must be her way of making sure I do my best. I'm not sure that she's too delighted by my friendship with Remus. So you're friends with my brother? Yes, hasn't he mentioned it? We're like 2 peas in a pod despite me having a few years on him. Well, maybe more than just a few, but what's a decade or 2 between friends? The boy's just fine around me. We have a good bond. So he's just not keen on seeing me again. Yeah, I feel like he didn't want me back. Young boys always threatened by their older brothers. I wouldn't read too much into it. We used to be closer. 2 years apart can change a lot between people, even family. I left the transfusion kit here a couple of weeks ago, sorry. It seems like a wise decision now. I've left it with Remus. He most likely keeps it in his study. But perhaps you could ask him where he put it. Just a kit then. We also need a vial for anticoagulant. It must be in the same place as the kit. Not even Remus can be so distracted to have placed it anywhere else. But don't tell him I said that. Okay. Alright. I've been catching myself asking others about her with every chance I get. Why is she, like, secretly a succubus? Like, not that I think this game is gonna take that direction, but, like, you know. Alright, douchebag McGee, what you got? Okay. It's in the study in the cupboard. Cool. Oh, the sprint is a toggle. Oh, now it's unlocked. Wonderful. Oh, Remus, you're smoking now. I suppose it couldn't have been too easy trying to handle everything after father became ill. I swear he's probably getting poisoned. Needs cupboard tea. Cupboard key, sorry. I mixed up my cup of tea with cupboard tea key. Remus seems to have turned into quite an avid reader. Did he now? I prefer live birds, honestly. Same. Anticoagulant. This must be for father. I wonder how often he needs to get a shot. And what exactly are they injecting him with? Mr. Remus Rosenthal, I find myself in the regrettable position of having to write to you yet again. I sympathize that you were placed in a difficult situation when you were compelled to take over your father's responsibilities at such a tender age, but we could not abide by your continued disregard for our agreement. The debt you owe must be settled without any further delay. We too have workers who rely on their wages, and those men labor diligently to supply the materials your factory requires. That you can overlook your obligation to them with such indifference is utterly unacceptable. This would never have occurred under your father's steadfast stewardship. Out of respect for your family, I have been patient long enough, but no longer. Sell the invoices we have sent, or we will have no choice but to escalate matters to the authorities. Yours sincerely, Bartholomew Dima. This isn't father's old typewriter. I suppose Remus felt the urge for something new and shiny. He always had a fondness for getting new toys. Dude, old school, like, typewriters were so well built. Why have something fancy now? That's not necessary. Father's swords. Remus and I always wish we could play with them. Perhaps now we can, although with the current tension between us, it may be unwise. Father served as an officer in the Second Army during the Independence War. He doesn't like to talk much about it, but I know he is proud to have worn the uniform. Look at this fancy uniform. Okay. So there's a key around here. Probably. I want to be indiscreet. Besides, it's locked. You went behind my back and called the doctor anyway. Have you no respect for your mother at all? I did what I thought was best. If you care about father, you have no reason to get upset. How dare you, now you accuse me of not caring about my husband. No, mother, I just don't understand. It happens all the time. He keeps falling and hurting himself. I didn't see any reason to disturb our good doctor. I'm disappointed in you, child. It seems your time away has lost all your respect for your mother. I'm sorry, but my decision wasn't out of lack of respect for you. It was out of worry for father. You may be accustomed to seeing him hurt, but I am not. This is all new to me, and honestly, it's quite frightening and disheartening. I suppose you're making sense. And it's good to see you take responsibility. Maybe you have grown a bit. I do respect you, mother, and love you. As do I, my child. The dear child. I'll soon retire to my room for the evening. Please assist Dr. Philemon with whatever he needs. Oh, I think our doctor is letting himself get a bit too carried away this evening. It hardly seems to be there was enough blood loss to justify it. Regardless, I think it can't hurt. Have you seen the transfusion kit? It should be in the study. Remus is using that room now, so it's a mess, I'd expect. But you'll find it in there. Okay. Honestly, good on Marius for standing his ground. It's in my pocket. Well, give it to me already. I was like, you promised not to snoop around. That's my study now. I have time for your nonsense. Give me the key so I can help father. Promise not to snoop? Yes, I won't snoop. Key, please? God, what a dingus. What, you stupid? God. Okay then. I'm blocked by a door. Alrighty then. Wait, no, wrong place. Excellent. Get yourself ready while I set everything up. There's not much room in here, so I'll let you handle the instruments. I'm sure you'll figure them out easily. You're an educated man after all. Wait, I have to fiddle around with a needle in my arm. Don't tell me you're frightened of a small needle. Young man, if I only told you about the horrors I had to treat during the war. Fine, I'll do it. Alright. Oh. The other side then. Anticoagulants? What kind of doctor are you? You're just standing around. Setup. Install the pump. Pour the anticoagulant in the container. Insert the needles. Functions. The pump draws and transfers blood. The collection container holds the blood mixed with anticoagulant. The transfer dial indicates how much blood was transfused. The flow control knobs direct the flow of the blood. Control a knob perpendicular to the tube to restrict the flow. Cautions. Do not transfer blood to the donor's arm or draw blood from the patient's vein. Ensure the blood transfer in the patient is mixed with anticoagulant. To activate the anticoagulant, you must mix it with blood in the collection container and avoid drawing it unmixed in the pump. Always draw 20 centiliters of blood into the pump from the donor's vein, the collection container, or both. Do not overflow the collection container by placing in it more than 50 centiliters of blood mixed with anticoagulant. For optimal results, it is advised to transfuse 80 centiliters of blood into the patient. Oh my god. Okay, how do I install the pump? Nope. Oh god, I'm gonna kill him, dude. I'm straight up gonna kill him. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, so. Avoid trying it unmixed into the pump. Do not transfer blood into the donor's arm or draw blood from the patient. I'm too stupid for this. Someone help. Help, I already stabbed myself. What do I do now? Always draw 20 centiliters of blood from the pump, from the donor's vein. I need this in bullet points. I'm too stupid for this. The pump draws and transfers blood. A container that holds the blood. The transfer dial contains yeah. Do not transfer blood into the donor's arm or draw blood from the patient's vein. Ensure that the blood transferred into the patient is mixed with the anticoagulant. You must mix it with blood in a collection container. Avoid drawing it unmixed in the pump. What blood? Am I open? Someone help. Doctor! You're not helpful. Wait. I think it'd be better if I... Okay, A. Okay, I think the images would help more. Probably. Right. Is that good? And then B. And then C. Oh, did I not? I didn't pull it yet. Hold up. Oh no, I'm too stupid for this. Ay, bro. Oh, cool. So we're almost basically done the demo. I mean, journal 7 out of 14. Yeah, okay, we're pretty much like halfway done through it. Cool. But also, I think he's utterly cooked. Like I think he cooked. I don't want to inject blood into my vein. Oh, right. So it should be this. Right? This isn't right. I draw blood from my father's arm this way. Oh, this. Right? Diagram. Diagram, not father. The instructions say I should mix my blood with the anticoagulant in the collection container first. Je comprends pas. I'm too stupid for this. The knob of a father's arm should either be closed or turned down if I want to inject this arm. But I just wanted to get the bloody thingy majiggy in there first. Okay, how about now? This isn't right. I drop blood from. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, turn off, right? Yes. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. This is a big disaster. This is big balls. There we go. Oh, balls. I might end up absolutely murking myself. Watch. I'm gonna end up absolutely ending my character's life. Hey, doctor. I think I need a doctor. Yeah, sure. If I'm gonna die, I think I might indicate it. Doctor, I feel lightheaded. Ooh. Oh, never mind. Okay, cool. That's it. 80 centiliters of blood. Thank heavens it's over. I feel a bit queasy. You managed after all. Wasted some blood, I see, but at least you got the job done. Well, we wouldn't have wasted anything if you had just helped me yourself. Don't worry, young man, you'll survive. That's what I'm saying. This man was just chilling on the side. Need something sweet and get some rest. Do you think my father will be better by tomorrow? He should be fine. We've done everything we could for now, so I'll retire for the night. I wish you peaceful rest and sweet dreams. Thank you, Doctor. Good night. I hope Father feels better after the transfusion, as I certainly didn't enjoy it in the slightest. Speak with Mother. Oh boy, I hope no one comes in and kills him while I'm off speaking to Mother. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Peacock? I know that's a guy, because only guy peacocks look like that. Unfortunately, it's not available anymore. We've made some changes around here since you've left. Remus is now sleeping in our old master bedroom. He said you could use his privacy. In our old... Wait, what the... I left for 2 years and y'all just renovate... Did you guys have no faith in me returning? What the heck? So I've moved to his old room instead. And Leon, as you know, sleeps downstairs in the old guest room. Dr. Philemon coming over so often, we need a room for him to spend the night. And that would be my old bedroom. Indeed. But Mother, if all the rooms are taken, where do I sleep? Surely not on a couch somewhere. I've asked Irina to prepare one of the upstairs bedrooms in the old house to make it as comfortable as she could for you. I know you used to love that place, spend as much time as you could with your father there. I didn't think you'd mind settling in there. I see. It's no trouble. I suppose I have to re-earn my right to sleep in the same house with my family. Oh, hush, child, we're not casting you away. Well, it certainly feels like it. It's just sleeping arrangements, that's all. We didn't even eat dinner together. It's fine, Mother, I understand. Besides, you won't be alone in that old house. Irina also has a room there. Perhaps we'll have some evening tea together. We'll have more than just evening tea. You said I should leave that poor girl alone. Did you and Remus fight with Father? Good night, Mother. Good night, child. It's good to have you back home. When I set out this morning on my journey back home, I expected a somewhat intense day, but I could never have predicted the events that unfolded. Despite my effort and my good intentions, when I feel as though I'm being shunned, where's my mental bravery? Regardless, I can only hope that tomorrow will be less tumultuous. Yeah, I don't like these family members. I don't like these people at all, dude. They're very sus. They're giving me bad vibes. I don't think Remus in particular is like a bad person. I think he's just kind of a prick. But like, Mother is sus. Mother, I feel is the most unreadable. Where's the old house? I'm gonna have to assume that I have to leave. Oh, yes, of course. Act 4, Unwilling Temptation.
Marius had expected the evening with his family to be exhausting, but never so eventful. It was time for some much-needed rest after a long day. But with the myriad thoughts swirling in his mind, would the night give him respite, or more torment?
Oh, is that how you pronounce it? Respite? Because I pronounce it respite. It might be a respite. I'm just dumb. I'm tired. I'm tired. Mr. Remus Rosenthal, I'm once again writing with regard to the new designs you have been promising us over the past few months. We have yet to see any satisfactory results, despite having paid you an upfront fee in June. Please present your final proposals by the end of next week, and not the disgraceful pieces you attempted to deceive us with last time. We pay for genuine Rosenthal beauty and quality. If your family is no longer able to meet its own standards, we demand our money back. You have until next Friday, when we shall conclude our business one way or another. Yours faithfully, D. Renard, which is just fox in French. This feels excessive, obsessive even. I've seen these flowers before. Why are there so many violets around here? Who grows them? Is Irina or Mother? Given enough time and practice, this could develop into an interesting new style. but as it stands, it feels like it's trying too hard to compensate for a lack of talent. Okay, you're roasting your brother now. How did father manage to impress everyone with his damn designs? Nobody likes what I try to create, and they hate every moment of it. I'll just stick to copying his work until they all grow bored of it. Then the factory will go bankrupt, and I'll finally be free of this cursed responsibility. I want to travel hand in hand with my lover, without anyone telling me what I can or can't do. Yeah. It looks like a cheap knockoff by someone who doesn't understand anything about father's craft. Yeah, sure. Rub it in, you know. The colors are bleak and uninspired. Well, this would fit well in a Zack Snyder film. It's not bad, but certainly not father's style. Well, you can't blame Remus for being a douchebag if he's constantly being put under pressure. But still, yeah, I guess it makes sense that he's resentful of Marius, because Marius got the opportunity to escape and travel, whereas Remus is trapped by the family business. This place is in dire need of some organization that could tidy up. My darling, I'm putting these words to paper for fear of not being able to speak them to you directly. I don't want you to think I'm overstepping. I know my place well enough, even though you've told me repeatedly that I mustn't think so poorly of myself, and I know your pain. Looking at this new future that is open ahead of us, I can't help but think we would have a chance at true happiness elsewhere. Let's move away from this cramped place that suffocates our hearts. Let's breathe freely once more, so that I may become the dignified wife you deserve, and that your soul may be unshackled from the past. I promise that I will never ask for anything as preposterous as this again, and granting my wish, you will give me the confidence of knowing how much you value our marriage. Why suffer any longer within these walls, filled with painful memories, my love? Let's start anew, your devout wife, Katrina. No, okay. Growing up, I've only ever known this place as father's workshop. It feels surreal to think my parents once lived here in their younger years. This house is rather small compared to our mansion. Were they ever happy here? How is this small? I mean, I guess it's smaller. Not that the mansion, whatever, was I shouldn't disturb Irina if she has retired to her room. Not that the original estate was, or the new estate is, big in particular, you know. Oh my, hell yeah. Don't mind if I do, actually. I'm quite happy to complete this. Might have... Okay, no, that's fine. He does have a tail. Nope, not you. What the heck? Oh. Sorry, I'm just sorting things out right now. Yeah, that's fine. Where's her foot? There's her foot. I got your feet. Oh, merde. Okay, so we gotta move this entire thing off this side, okay. Yes, how dandy of you to do that. There we go. Memento found. Nice. Let's sit in the chair. I feel so tired I should go to bed soon. I've never heard of such a thing. I've never heard of bed before. What may you be referring to? So much struggle, but the results are lacking. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, well, never mind. Marius is kind of a jerk. This is father's elegant work. Marius, why are you so rude? I should take the luggage to my room first. Why so rude? Why so mean? Irina prepared a wash basin and even toiletries. I'm grateful for how thoughtful she is. This is Remus's insect collection. I was never partial to killing any creatures just for the sake of displaying it. Okay. I hope you'll find a room to your liking. I did my best to make you as comfortable as I could in this old house. I'll leave some food in the kitchen, as I'm sure you haven't had a chance to eat dinner yet. Sweet dreams, Irina. So this is where Remus put father's old typewriter. What the? There you go, little fellow. We both deserve a good night's sleep after this long day. Yeah, just don't cook the bird over the fire, alright? There we are. Ooh, I can't bring myself to eat anything. Two cups of tea untouched. Was Irina waiting to have tea with me? Now I regret having taken so long with the doctor. Yeah, wasted too much time with a doctor who didn't help with his job. And then I lost my Riz. What the heck? Press play. Oh, I'm making coffee, am I? I have no desire to go into the backyard this late at night. Have a cup of apple juice. Ah. What the press handle? I should place the apples first. You're not an apple. I don't want to use my brother's cup. True. Hey, he has stinky jerk mouth. Even more violets. The entire house smells sweet and intoxicating. There we go. The doctor advised me to eat something sweet. Irina even left me some dinner, but I was too distraught to eat. I settled for a glass of freshly squeezed apple juice. Get some much needed rest, alright. You know what, maybe my theory of her being a succubus might not be too far off. Jesus. Okay then, please stop making those noises. I'm very uncomfortable. I have no desire to actually sit here and listen to those noises, but I will. I will take a thumbnail shot. Not of this. The sensor. It's crazy. My guy, stop staring at Booba. That's crazy, bro. It's crazy. That's crazy work. As I assume those are two technical paths, right? You know, the romance path versus who killed my father, you know? Or, you know, it's just monkey brain. It's like, my father's gonna die, but Zongas, you know? Like, there's two there are two wolves inside of you. One wolf says, about who Honkarinos, and then the other says, my father, he's gonna die. You know, like, that's normal. Not really, I'm too ace for this, but, you know. But yeah, so, that was the demo to the Crimson Maid. So, obviously, most of this sort of demo revolves sort of just setting up the scene. It sets up our character dynamics. It sets up sort of, I guess, the overall premise of things, especially with all the letters and stuff. And it basically ends on a sort of interesting little cliffhanger over there. So, what are we thinking? It's interesting that this is a supposed murder mystery, but no one has died yet. Because maybe it's a slow acting thing. Because I think most people traditionally envision murder mysteries as just, oh, he suddenly got stabbed or he got bonked over the head. And obviously we did receive a scene where Leon was bonked over the head by himself or by someone else, we don't know. But it is interesting because Leon did say that, like, oh, the sins of my past are catching up or whatever. So presumably the something from his past, I assume as a soldier, might be catching up to him. Is it his brother or is it someone else? Because obviously, as he hit the Mr. Uncle Albert, I think, or whatever his name was. He could have committed war crimes, and then many of these slighted families could be like, okay, he's gone, but like, Leon's still around. We can take revenge on him. That could be a possibility. I doubt Marius' mother would do anything to Leon, considering how long they've sort of been together, right? Despite the age gap. The age gap is like, what, 10 years? A decade plus? Then that would be a very bizarre time to actually like start revenge, unless she recently discovered something, right, that changed her opinion of him. But of course it could be something else. It doesn't necessarily have to be war related. Right. Marius' mother could also be like, you know, she just accepted the fate that this man's cooked, you know. Yeah. Now, Irina in particular, Marius' mother was very vague about why she was actually hired, right? Like, oh, maybe Lady Dimitrescu, or maybe Lady Carmilla. Like, oh, who remembers? Who cares about why she's here? Which is a very, very interesting way to sort of address that question, because she didn't really answer any question in particular. She just sort of deflected, and then she sort of deflected it back to Sir Marius at that instance. So I think the way that this game is sort of setting it up right now is everyone is sort of bizarrely not really on Leon's side, not really on Marius' side. They all kind of have their own oddities. They all sort of have their own sort of I wouldn't say motives, but they all have their own secrets. Marius' mother is very vague about things. Remus doesn't really have any sort of secret right now. He's just sort of, we know for a fact that he has a lover, and that he probably wants to just leave and stuff like that. So the ending scene. The ending scene is, I assume, Marius' lust for Irina, and then of course his fears for his father's death and whatever. Could have done without the moaning, but sure. So in the title screen, we have our violets, which are traditionally a symbol of faithfulness, modesty, and all that stuff. So interesting that that's sort of what's at the old house. why would there be symbols of, I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but even Marius himself was like, why are there so many symbols? Like, why are there so many violets here? Right? Why are there so many sort of, why are there so many weird, like, why are there so many violets here? Who planted this? Irina? Or did my mother do all this? Right? And even here we see them, Marius and Irina, surrounded by violets. But we also see a different sort of flower, which I'm actually not too sure what that is. It could be carnations, in which case a red carnation would be like kind of like a rose. It'd be like passion, intense love, and all that stuff. So it would be that sort of symbolism. Which, I mean, given the end scene, kind of makes sense. Freaking monkey brain, man. So there's a lot that we currently don't know of, which I guess is sort of the point of things, right? The demo gives just enough to sort of just give a vague idea of the general story and the character dynamics, but not enough for us to really start to piece things together. So it's a good hook. Yeah, I mean, overall I had fun with it. I did have fun with the Crimson Maid. It's a lot of reading. But, you know, I'm fine with that. I like my murder mysteries. But yeah, but the way that they phrase that murder mystery, who's gonna die first? Because we are assuming that Leon's gonna die first. But what if he doesn't? Big caveat there, you know? Like, we're all assuming that he's gonna die first because he's the one in the sick bed and all that stuff. But what if there's actually someone who just gets shanked midway through, you know? Again, it's hard to piece together everything fully just from a demo. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the character dynamics. I do think that's a bit fast for Irina and what's his face and Marius to do all this. Considering they literally met like in the afternoon or so. But yeah, I think we can wrap it up here for today. If you guys want to try the demo to the Crimson Maid for yourself, make sure to download the demo on Steam. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that I missed. I mean, just when I click like escape, there was a whole bunch of numbers and all that stuff. There's a couple things that I missed. So if you do want to complete the demo, that is an option. And of course, if you guys want to support all of these wonderful people, do make sure to wishlist the game, because it gives the game an algorithm boost on Steam. And so yeah, hope you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when and where you guys are. And see you guys next time. Bye bye. See you and take care. Bye.